Changing the order of words is the name of the game in this episode of Anokhe Rang. The genius maestro of Anokhe Rang is a well-respected gentleman of DC Metro region by the name of Dr. Krishan Chhabra. In every single episode, Dr. Chhabra showcases the realism of life, which truly is anokhe and yet realistic. Let's see this week's feature with Changing the Order of Words. Stay tuned.
Hello, I'm Dr. Krishan Chhabra and welcome to Anokhe Rang. Today's topic is thinking outside the box. In my view, the so-called box is symbolic and refers to our conventional way of thinking, which by default becomes a norm, and thinking outside the box implies thinking beyond the so-called norm. Some of you may have heard about the age-old 9-dot problem, wherein you are supposed to join the 9 dots with 4 straight lines with the conditions that once you start from a dot, you cannot lift the pen and you cannot repeat a line. Using the conventional thinking, that is thinking inside the box, you are always left with one unconnected dot. The so-called box in this case is the rectangle obtained by joining the outside dots. As soon as you think outside of this rectangle, you are effectively thinking outside the box and you can solve the problem. My favorite is the 6-stick problem, wherein you have 6 matchsticks and you are supposed to make 4 equilateral triangles with each side of the triangle to be the same length as the size of the stick. Here again, using the conventional thinking, that is thinking inside the box, it's not possible to have 4 equilateral triangles with each side being the same length as that of the stick. The so-called box in this case consists of the 2 dimensions. As soon as you think about the 3rd dimension, you are effectively thinking outside the box and you can solve the problem. So, what does it take to think outside the box? That is thinking beyond the norm. I think first off we need a major shift in our thinking. Start thinking beyond the norm. As Albert Einstein has said, we cannot solve problems by using the same kind of thinking we used when we created them. Just like the physical exercise for the body, we need to stretch our mind through mental exercises. And there are numerous resources like crossword puzzles, Scrabble, number game like Sudoku and Samurai Sudoku, books and magazines on brain teasers, mind twisters and puzzles, and the list goes on and on. Also, activities like travel, reading books, playing chess, learning a new language and having hobbies stretch the mind and foster creativity. Then there is Mensa, the international high IQ organization with a huge membership worldwide, and its publication can be a great source of boosting the mind. 2 years ago, my daughter Vinita gave me a New Year's gift, a page by a page a day calendar for 2015, which has impressive brain puzzles, one for each day of the year. I found them very fascinating and mentally challenging. Even today, I just cannot resist turning the pages randomly and enjoy the puzzles. We need to dream big. As Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam has said, you have to dream before your dreams come true. And dream is not what you see in sleep. Dream is something which does not let you sleep. We must not be afraid of being wrong or have the fear of failure. It has been well said, a failure is a success turned upside down, and a failure should be considered as a stepstone to the success. Some of you may have heard the fascinating story of Fred Smith, the founder of FedEx. As an undergraduate student at Yale, he wrote a term paper for a business idea about the overnight delivery, whereby all shipped items go through a centralized location and then to their destination, even if the destination was next door. Well, the idea was very poorly received by the professor, but Fred did not give up. not afraid of the failure, and eventually followed it through. And despite numerous hurdles and setbacks, made FedEx one of the greatest entrepreneurial success stories of the past quarter century. We need to think big, real big. As Deepak Chopra has said, instead of thinking outside the box, get rid of the box. In other words, let your mind go wild. Think there are no boundaries or limits. I still remember a case study in the book when I was a graduate student. There was an old 5-story apartment building with just one elevator. The management received a lot of complaints from the residents that they had to wait for a long time for the elevator. The management put together a team of persons from various disciplines: engineering, economics, operations research, psychology, and so on. The team came up with a solution which was implemented rather quickly. The cost less than $1,000, and the management did not receive any complaint after that. Would you like to guess what the solution was? It certainly was not a new elevator. Well, they installed life-size mirrors in the lobby of each floor. So, the women were busy in looking at their makeup in the mirror, and the men, were happy in looking at the woman. And no one cared about the wait for the elevator. A win-win situation for residents and the management, and truly a creative example of thinking outside the box. And now, to all the fathers out there, a very happy and a special Father's Day. Please join me again on the first Sunday of next month for another segment of Anokhe Rang. And finally, I would like to end with this quotation from an unknown author: "When nothing goes right, go left." Namaskar.